It's Saturday, March 24th, 1984, Sherman High School. If you know that line, you already know where we're going with this. We're talking about The Breakfast Club. It's one of my favorite classics from the 1980s. It still hits today. It's one that I watched recently where obviously a group of high school kids, all from different backgrounds, they get locked into Saturday detention. They learn about themselves and life and others. And at the end, Brian the Brain delivers that famous letter to Principal Vernon. You probably remember one of the lines. He says, "You see us as you want to see us." And I quote, "In the simplest terms, in the most convenient definitions, a brain, an athlete, a basket case, a princess, and a criminal." And then boom, "Don't you forget about me." Listen, what does this have to do with real estate? Well, just like in The Breakfast Club, I think of home buyers. They don't all fit into one box. Every buyer comes with a different story, a different background, a different motivation. And as a realtor, my job is to help understand those differences, help understand what you're looking for, and then through those needs, put it into your home buying journey. Now think of the brain. Now this person, he's like the logical one, right? He's often your first time home buyer. They've done all their research. They've researched online. They're kind of overthinking things to an extent. Now they know what the mortgage calculator says, even sometimes down to the penny. But they also need some guidance because even though you're smart, you've done your research, you're still a first-time home buyer. It's not just about math. It's not just about spreadsheets. We're going to need real-world experiences with your realtor to help put that knowledge into practice. And of course, in the movie, we've got the athlete. Athletes are focused, driven. They're usually playing for a team, not unlike my families, right? They need a little extra space, maybe more bedrooms, a bigger yard, maybe a finished basement. But it's not just about them. They're playing for everyone in their household. And then there's the princess. Now, in the movie, she's comfortable, established, etc. I think about empty nesters, right? They're living in a big home. They've been comfortable for a while, but now 4 bedrooms is probably too much. They're going to need to downsize, right? They're going to need to trade that square footage in for convenience, maybe walkability, maybe main level living, less maintenance, what have you. And we can't forget about the basket case. Now, not in a negative sense, but in the sense of uniqueness. Some buyers don't want what everyone else is looking for. They're maybe looking for a quirky home, maybe a quirky neighborhood, maybe a mid-century modern home, even sometimes with shag carpet that they want to just kind of put their own few touches in. They're not following the script, and that's also perfectly fine. And who can forget about the criminal? In real estate terms, that's your investor. Now, I don't think investing in real estate is criminal. I own investment properties myself, but these people don't follow sort of your basic rules. They're looking for opportunity outside the basics. Maybe it's a foreclosure, a short sale, etc. So what's the moral of the story here? Just like in The Breakfast Club, all of these characters are different, but they're not just their label. They become close friends, close allies. They have a better understanding about the differences between themselves, but also the similarities. And that's sort of how I feel about my clients. They're all different. No one has the exact same story. Maybe you're an investor, a first-time home buyer, an empty nester, etc. But my job is to listen to your story, help you craft that into your home buying or selling needs, and then get you moving in the right direction. And hopefully at the end of the whole process, we don't think of each other as just labels. We're actually cohorts ourselves. We're friends. We're helping each other move into the next step in both of our lives. Now, if you've got questions about buying a home, selling a home, or investing in real estate here in Minnesota or Western Wisconsin, do me a favor, give me a call, shoot me a text, hit me up in the comment section. And as always, all my best to you and yours.